wasn't she going out with dates with somebody? And she would come home and he'd say, "Oh, how was your day, honey?" And she'd be like, "Oh, I worked late," or the flowers came, but you know, she took out the card.
Sure
remember? Like, I don't think she technically cheated, but she was.
She was in an emotional
relationship.
Yeah.
You could do that. Okay, well, whatever.
Oh,
sorry.
There's the topic.
Really?
Done.
So you think that
okay, wait,
emotional is cheating?
Okay, but wait.
This episode, this episode of Controversy and Cocktails is brought to you by Molson Canadian. Molson, will you please sponsor somebody?
Saying like, okay, so she's married. We all know that.
Right.
She has like a male friend who she like confides in, and you're saying that's an issue.
Does her husband know about this male friend?
I don't know. No, seriously.
Flip the script. Are you okay if your man has a female friend that you don't know about, that he talks to and communicates to and shares
Okay,
his
so the
issues
problem is
with?
because he didn't know. So
Yes,
if I said
100%.
Of course. Because then you're not lying about anything. But if you're confiding in a friend that your partner doesn't know about, there's a reason your partner doesn't know.
And it's an emotional connection. There's there's obvious feelings. And sometimes there's obvious love. You could say,
Which is
I
worse
love
than
you.
sex.
That's much worse. An emotional infidelity is much worse than physical, no? Do you think emotional is worse than physical?
no.
Really?
I don't think it's worse either, but I do agree that it's
Really?
cheating. I do agree that it's cheating. I
But
just
it's
don't
not
think it's
worse.
worse.
Okay,
like I think
sex
if you
is
physically
sex.
do the
Emotional
act,
is what keeps you up at 3 in the morning wanting to text them.
Yes. And
That's the
writing the
emotional
secret
part.
emails and the I love yous and the few extra minutes
The deceit.
outside. It's deceit.
So if you had a female friend
Yeah.
and you knew about it, but say you guys like hang out, you guys go, you're not going. Just you
Right.
and
Yeah.
your friend.
Right.
You guys hang out, you guys talk all the time. Would you have a problem with it?
No.
Oh.
No at all?
The problem comes when I see the person calling and they're gone to the bathroom or they're gone upstairs, or basically nothing is done when I'm around. So if I have the choice to go out but I choose not to, or even if I'm not invited, I wouldn't feel any way. But if it starts
know.
being in a way where
Really?
you're lying about where you're going or who you're with, and then I find out,
Don't point at me.
I know, right? I'm like,
It's not me.
If I have a male friend who like we go out for lunch, I'll be like, okay, you know what, I'm going out with John for lunch, and we text now and then. It's nothing like, there's no I love you. I still think regardless it's a problem. So I don't think it's because it was like an emotional, I just think it's because it was someone of the opposite sex who is good friends with your wife.
Okay, so there's two ways of looking at it. If I met you and you were already friends with this person, and so it's like, hey Ezra, okay, we're gonna start dating, and by the way, this is my family and these are my friends, and John's one of your friends, then that's one thing. But if we're together, and all of a sudden John's a friend from work, and now, it's
And
all
then
I'm
there's
hearing is
extra
John,
time.
and I never met John. John's always over there, but John, and you're going out with John, then of course it would become an issue.
So if there's all of a sudden this John, wouldn't you, to make sure they're not upset, say, oh, by the way, John, hey, why don't you meet John? And John, you try to calm them to make them
you have
feel
to go out of your way to
secure,
make
right?
your partner feel secure. Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's part of the job.
It's human nature. Like, you can never trust somebody 100%, regardless of your relationship with them. Like, your sister, your mother, your father, your boyfriend, your husband, doesn't matter. Like, humans mess up. We mess up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but is that not trusting?
Doesn't someone usually
I
have
feel
to
like
do
that. Don't
something
technically
for
that
you?
means you don't.
So they're guilty
100%.
until proven innocent?
Kinda.
Always?
You don't give them that chance.
So personally, I don't care. But the other way around, I don't think he'd be very comfortable with me going out with John, because it's like, okay, you know how men are. Oh, men always think about this. So it's different. You know what I'm saying?
And they're the ones that put that out there. They're
That's-
the ones that say
it's
this is
true.
how men are.
That
So
is true.
if that's how men are, that's how you are.
That's
You know what I mean? Like,
That
you
is
put it out
actually
there.
very true.
So where are you going?
Good point.
That's actually
Right?
very true.
It's,
I mean, do I trust you?
What the heck? How did this happen?
Well,
No, we good.
No,
Let's go back to John and Becky. What? Lisa and John.
It was Lisa.
Let's go back to
It was
Lisa and
Lisa
John.
I trust her. I don't trust them other people. Right?
That's a good way to put it too. Which
So-
a lot of girls say that.
Mm-hmm.
I trust him. I don't trust these
Exactly.
females or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of girls say that. A lot of
So
girls say that.
she'll go out, and I have to trust that she knows I'll kill her.
We're on
I'll
tape.
say it on camera.
You might not. You might have to go into evidence at some point.
I know,
so-